1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I want to thank you all for joining me on a Tuesday evening here on the 12th of May to commemorate Francis Hughes. Some people are looking to come on the camera, but I'm not going to invite anybody on today, this evening. So folks, I'm going to start off. Again, this is just a tribute. I was asked by some of the family members of Francis Hughes to come on and just do a bit of a remembrance night for him. Obviously, the times that we're in, we can't go to commemorations, things like that. So this is just something we can do in these different times. So I'm going to start off. What I'm going to do is just tell a few short paragraphs, a few words, and then I'm going to sing a song to go along with it. So a few songs, I'll let the songs tell the stories. So first of all, I'm going to start off with a bit about Francis Hughes. Francis Hughes was the youngest of 4 brothers in a family of 10 who lived just outside the rural village of Balahi in County Derry. He joined the IRA at an early age after a lifetime of harassment. On one of occasions, Hughes was returning from an evening out in Arbo in County Tyrone when he was stopped at a UDR checkpoint. When the soldiers realised who he was and that he came from a Republican family, he was badly beaten. Hughes refused to see a doctor or report the incident, saying he would get his own back on the people who did it. Francis is one of the most celebrated Republican freedom fighters to come out of the recent struggle. Francis was once described by the British authorities as the most wanted man in the north of Ireland, a telling indication of his effectiveness as a guerrilla fighter against the enemy forces in his native terrain. On countless occasions, Francis was summoned by the British Crown Forces, sometimes alone and sometimes with comrades, but he calmly slipped through their nets with what has been described as utter cheek and nerves of steel. The circumstances of Francis Hughes' capture once again displayed the courageous nature of Francis Hughes. He and a fellow volunteer were walking through the Glenshane Pass to a safe house when they walked into a British Army undercover post. A gun battle ensued in which one of the undercover British soldiers was killed. Francis was seriously wounded during the exchange and was later captured in a follow-up search of the area. I'm now going to do a song called The Boy from Tamlaghtduff, recorded by Christy Moore. As I walked through the Glenshane Pass, heard the younger mourn. The boy from Tamlaghtduff, she cried, is 2 years dead and gone. How my heart is torn apart for this young man to lose. Oh, I'll never see the likes again of my young Francis Hughes. For many years his exploits were a thorn in England's side. The hills and glens became his home, it's there he used to hide. Once when they surrounded him, he quietly slipped away, and like a fox he went to ground, kept the dogs at bay. Moving around the countryside, he often made the news, but they could never lay their hands on my real Francis Hughes. Finally, they wounded him and captured him at last. And from the countryside he loved, he took him to Belfast. From Musgrave Park to the crumbling road, and then to a HBlock cell, he went straight on the blanket. evermore. The boy from Tamlaghtduff, she cried his 2 years dead and gone. How my heart is torn apart for this young man to lose. Oh, I'll never see the likes again of my own Francis Hughes. No, I'll never see the likes again of my young Francis Hughes. The boy from Tamlaghtduff there. Francis Hughes was eventually captured and then he was charged and sentenced to life imprisonment. Francis joined the hunger strike and died 59 days later on the 12th of May 1981. Francis wrote to the people of South Derry when he started his hunger strike. One paragraph read, "I have no prouder boast than to say I am Irish and have been privileged to fight for the Irish people and for Ireland. If I have a duty, I will perform it to the full, in the unshakable belief that we are a noble race and that chains and bonds have no part in us." I'm now going to do a song written by Francis Hughes, the song called the HBlock Song. I'm a proud young Irishman through Ulster's hills. My life began, oh, a happy boy. The green fields ran, I kept God's and man's laws. But when my age was barely 10, my country's wrongs were taught again by tens of thousands marching men. My heart stared to the cause. So I wear no convict uniform, I meekly serve my time. The Britain might brand Ireland's fight, 800 years of crime. I learned of centuries of strife, of cruel laws, injustice rife, and I saw now in my own young life the fruits of foreign sway. Protesters threatened, tortured, made divisions nurture, passions flame, though outrage provoked, rights caused defame. This is the conqueror's way. So I wear no convict's uniform, nor meekly serve my time. The Britain might brand Ireland's fight, 800 years of crime. Descended from proud Connacht clan, Concan served through Britain's plan. Oh, man's inhumanity to man had spawned a trust in slave. No strangers are these bows and locks, no new designs. It's dark, it's black, black Cromwell lives, or Mason stalks, the body taunts the grave. So I wear no convict's uniform, nor meekly serve my time. The Britain might brand Ireland's fight, 800 years of crime. Does Britain need 1,000 years of protest, riot, death and tears? Or well, this past decade of fears of 18 decades well. Oh, and then to Ireland's agony, you hope for human dignity. And well, this last obscenity be this grim HBlock cell. So I wear no convict's uniform, nor meekly serve my time. The Britain might brand Ireland's fight, 800 years of crime, 800 years of crime. HBlock Song there, written by the late Francis Hughes. The harassment of Francis Hughes in life continued even with his death. It was the wish of his family that the legendary South Derry man be brought through West Belfast, where several thousand people had gathered to pay their respect. The RUC hijacked the funeral cortege to prevent it passing through West Belfast on its sad return to County Derry. On the day of the funeral in Balahi, mourners were harassed and were forced by the RUC to disembark several miles outside of Balahi and make their own way on foot to as near as they could to the Hughes' house. Thousands upon thousands of people streamed through Balahi towards Scribe Road. Volunteers of the Irish Republican Army presented arms and fired 3 volleys over the coffin of their dead comrade. A guard of honour from the IRA and the common man marched slowly as the coffin was carried first by members of the Hughes' family and then by friends before placing him in the hearse. They feared you then, they feared you that, for Hughes lives on forever. I'm going to do a song now written by Jerry and the Irish Brigade, a song called Hughes Lives On Forever. In Derry's hills, they mourn the sun. A brave young Irish soldier's born. The flame he carries still burns on. For Hughes lives on forever, and freedom's dawn has come at last. Judgment for injustice past, your tyranny is dying. Hughes lives on forever. The guardian of the hills and dales, Tyrone and Derry loved him well, though tortured in that HBlock cell. For Hughes lives on forever, and freedom's dawn has come at last. Judgment for injustice past, your tyranny is dying fast, while Hughes lives on forever. The scourge of Ireland's enemies, the SAS and RUC, all conquered still, your spirit's free. Hughes lives on forever, and freedom's dawn has come at last. Judgment for injustice past, no tyranny is dying fast, while Hughes lives on forever. With Francis Hughes, you're with us yet. Your murderers we will not forget. They feared you then, they fear you yet. For Hughes lives on forever, and freedom's dawn has come at last. Judgment for injustice past, your tyranny is dying fast, while Hughes lives on forever. For Hughes lives on forever. Hughes lives on forever. On the 10th of August 1981, for the second time, Balahi was visited by thousands of mourners gathered to pay their respects to the deceased hunger striker. Thomas McElwees was a cousin of Francis Hughes. They had been boyhood friends, both going on to join the IRA. McElwees died on the 8th of August on the 62nd day of his fast. I'm now going to do a song for a cousin of Francis Hughes, for brave Tom McElwees, also from South Derry and Balahi area. McElwees Farewell, or Farewell to Ghlacaín. So farewell to Ghlacaín, like white Tamlaghtduff and the green hills of Derry, and the tide you love. My thoughts return to you from my dark HBlock Songs. So friends and great comrades, I bid you farewell. For hundreds of years now, we've kept up the fight, and history books told me of Ireland's plight. With Francis and Dominic, I followed the call to conquer the tyrants and fight them close. So farewell to Ghlacaín, so farewell to Ghlacaín, like the white Tamlaghtduff and the green hills of Derry, South Derry, and the tide you loved. My thoughts return to you from my dark HBlock Songs. So friends and great comrades, I bid you farewell. To the hills of South Derry we march and we drill, to our exploits action old Irish youth thrills. Most feared men in Ulster, volunteers on the run. We give England to answer, hey, from the bars of our guns. So farewell to Ghlacaín, like the white Tamlaghtduff and the green hills of Derry, and the tide dearly loved. My thoughts return to you from my dark HBlock Songs. So friends and great comrades, I bid you farewell. Oh gallant South Derry, you're forever blessed in your struggle for freedom. You've given your best. There's Hughes and there's Benson, both Sheridan and Lee, and inscribed with their names like brave Tom McElwees. So farewell to Ghlacaín, like white Tamlaghtduff and the green hills of Derry, and the tide you loved. My thoughts return to you from my dark HBlock Songs. So friends and great comrades, I bid you farewell. So friends and great comrades, I bid you farewell. Song taking us over to South Derry there. Farewell to Ghlacaín, or McElwees Farewell. And now folks, I'd just like to take a moment when we're commemorating Francis Hughes, is also to just pay respects as well to the 10 men who died in hunger strike in 1981. That's Bobby Sands from Belfast, Francis Hughes, South Derry, Raymond McCreish, Armagh, Patsy O'Hara, Derry, Joe MacDonald, Belfast, Martin Herson, Tyrone, Kevin Lynch, Dungiven, Kieran Doherty, Belfast, Thomas McElwee, South Derry, and Michael Devine from Derry. I'm now going to do a song for all the brave men who died in hunger strike. And this is an Irish Brigade song called The Rule of Honour. England, you're Hughes and Malachi, Raymond Creech in Armagh's hills, in those narrow streets of Free Derry, they miss O'Hara still. They so proud to give their young lives just to break Britannia's hold. Their names will be remembered as history unfolds. So read the roll of honor for Ireland's bravest men. We must be united in memory of the dead. England, you're a monster. I don't think that you have won. We will never be defeated while Ireland has such sons. Through the war-torn streets of Ulster, oh, the black flag it sadly swayed to salute 10 Irish martyrs who were the bravest of the brave. Joe McDonald, Martin Herson, Kevin Lynch, Kieran Doherty. They gave their lives for freedom with Thomas McElwees. My God, mine from Free Derry, you were the last to die. Your 9 brave companions with a martyr dead to lie. But your souls cry out, remember that our deaths were not in vain. Fight on and make our homeland a nation once again. So read the roll of honor for Ireland's bravest men. We must be united in memory of the 10. England, you're a monster. I don't think that you have won. We will never be defeated while Ireland has her sons. The Rule of Honour there, in memory of the 10 brave men of 1981. And folks, as well as the anniversary of Francis Hughes, I also want to pay tribute, as today also marks the 104th anniversary of the execution of 2 signatories of the 1916 proclamation, for James Connolly and Sean McDermott. So I'm going to finish off this afternoon with a song called Only Our Rivers Run Free. For all our volunteers, and I want to thank you very much, everyone, for coming in and listening to myself, paying tribute to brave Francis Hughes. So for Francis Hughes, James Connolly, Sean McDermott, and all our volunteers, I'm going to finish off with a song called Only Our Rivers Run Free. When apples still grow in November, when blossoms are seen on each tree, when leaves are so green in December, is then that our land will be free. My other man. For those men who had rather have died than to live in the cold chains of bondage, or to bring back their rights were denied. Oh, where are you now when we need you? And what burns where the land used to be? Are you gone like the snows of last winter? And so lonely our rivers run free. How sweet is life but the cry? How mellow the wine but we're dry? How fragrant the rose but it's dying. How gentle the wind but the sea. And what good is it you when it's aging? And what joy are in eyes that can't see? Well, there's sorrow and sunshine and flowers, and so lonely our rivers run free. For all our fallen volunteers, but where are you now when we need you? And what burns where the land used to be? Are you gone like the snows of last winter? And so lonely our rivers run free. And still so lonely our rivers run free. For all our volunteers there, I want to thank you very much everybody for listening, and for the Hughes family and Maya for coming to me to do a few songs to commemorate the life of Francis Hughes. For Hughes lives on forever.